The Hermit's Path. Every life follows a path. Most people move through their days without thinking much about the small habits that guide them, the words they speak, the choices they repeat, the routines that quietly shape who they become. The Hermit's Path is a place to slow down and look at those small things. In this series, we explore simple ideas and practical steps that can help bring a little more awareness and intention into everyday life. Nothing complicated, just thoughtful ways to live a little more deliberately, one small step at a time. The Virtues of Solitude. There's a difference, a quiet but powerful difference, between being alone and feeling alone. Most people never learn that. They move through life trying to escape silence, trying to fill every empty space with noise, with conversation, with distraction. And when those things aren't there, they call it loneliness. But solitude is something else entirely. Solitude is chosen. It's the moment you stop running from yourself and finally sit down in your own company. Out here, or wherever your version of out here is, you start to notice something. The world doesn't feel empty. It feels open. There's no one to perform for, no expectations to meet, no moods to manage but your own. And at first, that kind of freedom can feel strange, almost like you've stepped outside of something you didn't realize was holding you. Because most of our lives, we are adjusting. We soften ourselves for others. We hold back thoughts. We shape our reactions. We carry the weight of how we're being seen. But in solitude, that all falls away. And what's left is you. Not the version shaped by the world, not the version trying to fit, just you as you are. And that's where something deeper begins. Because when the noise fades, your thoughts don't stop. They get louder, clearer, more honest. Things you've pushed aside start to come forward. Memories, questions, old emotions you never gave yourself time to feel. And this is the part most people turn away from, because it's not always peaceful. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. Sometimes it stirs things you thought were long buried. But if you stay with it, if you don't run, something shifts. Those thoughts stop feeling like noise and start feeling like truth. You begin to understand yourself, not in theory, but in a way that settles into your bones. And with that understanding comes a kind of steadiness, a quiet confidence, because you're no longer depending on the world to tell you who you are. You've sat with yourself long enough to know. That's what solitude gives you. Not escape, clarity. It gives you the space to think without interruption, to feel without judgment, to exist without being watched. And in that space, you begin to live differently, more honestly, more intentionally, more in alignment with what actually fits you. That's something most people never experience because they never stop long enough to meet themselves. But once you do, once you learn how to be alone without feeling lost, you carry that with you into every conversation, every decision, every part of your life. And the world stops feeling like something you have to navigate carefully and starts feeling like something you can move through as yourself. That's the quiet strength of solitude. Not something to escape, but something to return to. Reflection 1. Find a moment today where you can be completely alone. No noise, no distractions, no screens. 2. Sit still and let your thoughts come as they are without trying to guide or fix them. 3. When discomfort shows up, don't move away from it. Stay with it and notice what it's trying to reveal. 4. Ask yourself quietly, who am I when no one is watching? 5. Carry whatever answer comes into the rest of your day, not as something to prove, but something to live. Walking the hermit's path doesn't require dramatic change. Most of the time, it begins with something small, a new habit, a different way of thinking, or a simple choice made with a little more awareness. If something in this episode resonated with you, consider giving the video a like and sharing it with someone who might also appreciate the idea. And if you'd like to continue exploring simple ways to live more intentionally, be sure to subscribe and join me again along the hermit's path.